Welcome or welcome back everybody. My name is Maya and today we are going to be trying out some new makeup products as well as some new makeup techniques. Had to get my coffee in and my hair is freshly washed, so I'm feeling extra good today and I'm just ready to sit down and do my makeup. These little hair clips, I got them from Amazon. They came in a bunch of different colors. I have these pastel blue ones, I have purple, I have pink, yellow, orange. They're really good for not only clipping the hair back and looking cute, but also like if you're straightening or curling your hair, you can use these to like clip big chunks of your hair back. I have lots of new makeup products that I have not yet shared with you guys, as well as some brand new techniques that I learned from TikTok. So for skincare, I'm going in with these two products from Rhode. I have the Barrier Restore Cream, and this is just like a super rich, thick moisturizer. I really have been loving it. I will say I've had it now for about 2 or 3 weeks. It is unscented, so it's not going to harm sensitive skin, and it really does a great job at just moisturizing everything and really prepping your skin for makeup if that's what you want to use it for. When I started using it, I did have a lot more little acne spots because I was on my period, and the second I started using it, those spots just started clearing up. Like this one right here, it was a lot worse and it is so much better. So I really do love this. Like Barrier Restore Cream makes it seem like it's going to restore your skin back to normal if there's anything wrong with it. I don't know, that's just what the name means to me. Next I have the Rhode Peptide Glazing Fluid. It's a dewy hydration layer. I know Haley uses this all the time as like highlighter. I don't think I could do that personally just because it is skincare. Like I just wouldn't feel comfortable putting this over top of a face of makeup, but I mean she doesn't really wear too much makeup anyway, so I can see why she uses it that way, but it does add a really pretty glow to the skin. It's very thin and lightweight and it definitely just glides over and makes your skin extra soft for makeup. I love these so much. I am sad that they always get sold out because I just bought them for the first time, and I'm really disappointed if I run out and it's sold out again. Okay, and then the last skincare product is the Milani SPF BFF. I had this in my last video. This is a sunscreen and a face primer all in one. I love it so much. I have an issue with sunscreens to where it burns my eyes whenever I use it and it just pisses me off. Like, sunscreen is supposed to go on your nose, it's supposed to go like around your eyes, like it's supposed to protect you. And I can't really put it on my face without my eyes tearing up like crazy, and this one does not do that. It's only an SPF of 30, which is still like enough for me, but yeah, it does not irritate my eyes whatsoever, so that's a plus. And it also is a really good base for makeup as well. Like those 3 products combined, like just look how glowy I am. Honestly, any foundation, any product I've had that I put over top of it just looks stunning. Moving on to complexion, I have both these Kosas products with me. I have the brand new Glow IV and I have this in the shade Revive. I'm going to be mixing that in with the Revealer foundation, and this is in the shade 110, I believe. So yeah, I tried this out on my TikTok the day before work and it wore so beautifully on the skin. I do want to say, I'm just going to like pump this and apply it as I'm talking. But I do want to say, like, if you don't follow my TikTok, I highly recommend it. I also post my TikToks on the YouTube Shorts as well. I don't post the get ready with me's, like the talking ones, because they're usually 3 minutes or more. Yeah, like you can only post a minute on YouTube Shorts, which is really annoying. But yeah, I really recommend following my TikTok. I always will have it linked down below, or I always have it displayed in the beginning of my videos. I just mix these on the back of my hand. It's a really pretty glowy formula now. Like, it's stunning. I post most of my reviews on TikTok before I ever post them on YouTube. This Kosas Glow IV, for example, is literally on my TikTok for a few weeks now, and I haven't made a video on YouTube about it just yet. I don't know why. TikTok is just so easy. Like, all you do is you just turn on your phone and you film yourself getting ready. You decide if you want to talk or not. You don't have to because you can just play music. And it's just so much easier, especially to edit too, because you can just edit it right in the app. And I don't know, I've just been having a hard time posting a YouTube video over a TikTok, especially with the interaction. Like, I don't post videos to get no comments, to get barely any interaction. Like, honestly, it's just kind of, I don't know the correct word for it, but when you post on TikTok, like, the algorithm brings you so many people who are interested in your content, so they'll follow you. Like, I only have 400 followers on TikTok. I'm close to 500. But compared to my YouTube channel, like, I've had my YouTube channel now for maybe 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and I have 400 subscribers, which I'm glad I'm growing still, and I do have interaction, but most of my interaction comes from the YouTube shorts, which are also just my TikToks. You just have a lot more interaction, and it's way more of a serotonin boost to have people like hyping you up, asking you questions, you know, saying how flawless your face is, and just asking you questions to where you could make more content from the comments, if that makes sense. I feel like YouTube is slowly dying. I feel like these short-term videos are just, everyone's obsessed with them. I don't think YouTube's going to die because they are introducing shorts, and probably YouTube's going to turn into shorts eventually. Maybe, I don't know. People's attention spans just aren't there like they used to be. People want to see a 3-minute or less video, and even that is pushing it. I make most of my videos on TikTok now like a minute long, trying to cut down to 30 seconds. Like, it's just, people do not want to sit there and watch your video when they're scrolling and seeing thousands of videos like every single day. A little weirded out. I blended that out with a sponge today. It's not sitting as beautifully as it sat yesterday. I blended it out with a brush yesterday, and the mixture of the two looked stunning. The Kosas Glow IV, I do have a review on, I do have it posted on my shorts as well. It is very glittery, so Kosas commented on my TikTok and recommended that I mix it in with the foundation, so I tried that, and I really loved how it looked yesterday. So yeah, I mean, it looks really, really good. It's just from close up, it does look a little bit more textured than usual, but that's okay. Because once I have powder on and concealer and blush, all that stuff, it usually gets covered up anyway. So I was supposed to do this before my foundation, but it's okay. This is the Fenty Beauty Eye Brightener in the shade Golden Ivory, and I really love this underneath foundation. Just as my concealer, it's super light coverage, but a little does go a long way, and it definitely brightens up your face, your eyes, wherever you put it. I do set it with powder. I have not tried it without powder yet, but there's a new trend going around, the pink under eye. So I thought, let's mix these two together. This is the brightest blush that I have in liquid form. I mean, I do have the Rare Beauty in the shade Happy, but I kind of want to go for like that bubblegum pink under eye. I don't know how it's going to go with my skin tone. I was going to try the About Face eye paint, but I don't know, these do dry down pretty quickly, and I don't want my under eyes to, I don't want to risk them looking dry or flaky or anything, so I'm just going to be safe and use a liquid blush. So I'm going to mix them on the back of my hand, and we're going to go in with a brush just so I have the most amount of control. Take a little bit of the Glossier blush. I don't really use Glossier anymore, so this would be a good way to use it up. So I just put, that's probably way too much, but it's okay, because I am going to go in with concealer over top of it anyway. But this is in the shade Puff, and then I'm going to take the Fenty Eye Brightener. I want to do mostly the Glossier blush in there, and then let's mix those together. And that just created a super, almost looks kind of peachy, which might look a little bit better on my skin tone, but the consistency is very smooth and creamy and kind of thick. It feels really good, so I'm going to just place that underneath the eyes with my finger at first. Honestly, that feels really fun, and I feel like it's gonna look really cute, so fingers crossed. Sorry if you can hear the TV in the background. That's my dad watching TV in the living room. He has like a whole movie theater like sound system in there, so it's always blasted. So sorry if you could hear it. Honestly, blend it out. It just kind of blends into my skin tone. I'm just gonna take the rest on the brush and just go straight in. I mean, it looks fun It's not really pink or anything. Let's just go in straight with the blush under the eyes. I want it to be a little bit more pink because when I still am going to use concealer, so it might cover it up mostly. So now I'm just taking Puff and I'm just going straight in with that under the eyes. I don't know why these trends just like come around. Like, who thinks of these? It looks stunning on a lot of people and I've been dying to try it, but I just never had like the proper, I never even thought to use my Glossier blush. Honestly, blended out is very subtle. You can barely tell on camera. I could tell in person a little bit. It kind of just looks like I have a very light blush going on already. Like it added just a little bit of color underneath the eyes. I don't know, I probably wouldn't do it again. Kind of is just a waste of product. For actual concealer, I got this in my Ipsy bag. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. And this is in the shade Fair 3. I love this concealer so much. I did not expect to fall in love with the concealer like I did this one. It honestly, when I swatched it, I could just tell immediately that it was completely unlike any other concealer in my collection. The wand is also, there's a hair on it. The wand is also slanted. It's really nice. It's very full coverage, but at the same time, it's not cakey. It almost feels like there's nothing on your skin. Like you don't feel it sitting there. It's not thick at all, even though it is super full coverage. Like when I swatched it on the back of my hand, it just felt like there was nothing there. Like it just instantly dried down to like this beautiful matte finish that almost felt like it was already set down with powder. I don't mean that in like it looked powdery. I mean it like I felt it and it did not feel wet or sticky in any way. Like, you know how you usually have to set your concealers immediately? Like you don't have to set this one. I am, because I just have to set everything. You do not need to set this concealer. That's how it dries down. Whenever I see influencers talking about certain products and they make all these claims like, oh my god, this does that, I never believe them. But believe me, this concealer is just amazing and my skin does not even feel like wet at all. Usually after applying all those base products, I will be feeling really just intense, but no, I feel completely set down. Like I don't even have to set my face right now. It's very, very blurring. Honestly, my base, the only place my base looks good right now is under the eyes and anywhere I apply the concealer. On my cheeks, it is very textured from the Kosas product. I thought I mixed it well enough. Like if you want to mix the two together, the Glow IV with the foundation, make sure it's thoroughly mixed because sometimes the Glow IV will get stuck in one place and kind of just cling. It's one of those products where you kind of really have to play with it and figure out the best way to use it, which I don't really like those products, but something about this, I do really like it. But it is trial and error. Like today, for instance, is an error, but it's not too awful. Once I have my powders on and all of that, it'll completely like be fine. But it is a little bit annoying because I was hoping my base was gonna look amazing today, but it's okay. Next, I'm going in with this concealer as my bronzer. I got this for free. Like I bought products from Sephora and they had this as one of the free samples, and the only shade left was 500, which is like a warm brown. And I typically don't like promoting, for instance, going out and buying a deeper shade of something that went all up in my hair. I don't like that. So like if you're going out and buying a deep shade of like the e.l.f. Halo Glow as like your bronzer, like, I mean, do what you want, that's fine. But I have seen on TikTok the people who do use those shades getting a little bit upset because now you're selling out somebody else's shade. Like, first of all, you already have the product in your own shade, and now you're gonna go buy more in another person's shade. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but I know some people are upset by it. So I personally don't go out of my way to pick out a darker shade to use as my bronzer when it is a concealer. I just thought I would share my opinion. As much as I just made that little rant, I will say this does blend really, really nicely. I mean, concealers are meant to be full coverage and just sort of blend, and also has coverage in the shade. I mean, It was free, so it's not like I went out of my way to buy this. Sephora only had the one shade left as a free sample. So I was like, well, I mean, it's free, so I might as well get it. I really like this formula too. I don't have it in my actual shade, but if I did, I feel like I would really like this concealer. The way it blends is super nice, and it gives a really nice bronze. I don't have any liquid bronzers or cream bronzers that have this much pigment in them. Like, it just kind of just shows up, and it's, even when you powder your face, it still shows through, which I really like. But I'm just going to use this up. It is a sample. I'm not going to let it just sit and collect dust, so I will be using it this way. But just be mindful if you are to do something like this. Just be mindful. It's not a product that, maybe just don't buy the products that are like trending right now that everyone wants. Maybe just find a concealer that, you know, is good but isn't on the market on social media right now. That way everybody can go and get their shades, because that's the worst thing when you go in somewhere and your shade is literally sold out all the time. Okay, next let's go in with some blush. I did recently pick up a new, this isn't new, it's the Rare Beauty blush, but I have a new shade in it and it's Happy. I've been wanting this shade since Rare Beauty came out. What was it, 2 or 3 years ago? I just never picked it up because I honestly was scared that it was going to be too pink on me. But I'm so disappointed that I didn't pick it up sooner, because for some reason this shade, as much of a vibrant color that it is, it doesn't, like, you can put that full dot and it's not gonna be too pigmented like some of the other shades that I have. Those ones you put one dot and they kind of take over because they're a little bit too dark on me. It blends so perfectly, and just the color that it makes, I just feel like this shade was made for my skin tone. I feel like this pink would look good on everybody. It's just kind of not too bubblegum, not too like crazy, like it just blends out and it really looks pretty. I'm going in now with the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, but I also want to mention, I know it's been maybe about 3 weeks since I posted an actual YouTube video, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, and that is not for any reason. Honestly, I filmed 2 videos and both of them were supposed to get posted. One of them I just haven't gotten around to editing. I mean, I sat down and I started editing it, but then I was like, you know how you just don't feel it sometimes, and it's really not exciting you to like sit and edit that video. I just was not feeling it, so I could not continue to finish it. Going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Loose Powder, my all-time favorite powder right now. It's so good. But I had another video that was supposed to be me kind of, it was supposed to be like a week in my life, because I was house sitting for my sister. She's going to Colorado, and I had to watch her cats as well as her lizards. She has 4 lizards, and everything was perfectly fine. I got there, I made myself some pasta salad, I filmed myself making it. I fully was going to make a video my entire week at her house, but also kind of like what I do when I'm not at work. And it was just going to be like a really cute vlog, but of course something had to happen, and it just ruined my entire mood for the rest of the week because I was constantly anxious on edge. I will not be posting that video, unfortunately. I watched the footage back and I'm like, I was having such a good time until this happened, and it kept happening, and I just had no motivation to film anymore. I love that powder. It's just so smoothing. Okay, next let's move on to this face palette. I also got this in an Ipsy bag. This is by Wander Beauty. This palette is super cute and just reminds me of summer and spring, and the colors are just beautiful. While I use this, I will talk about what happened at my sister's house. I'm gonna go into the bronzer over here. Oh, this is in the shade Sunkissed, by the way. They have 2 different shades. This one, and they have a deeper one. While I was at her house, because they have lizards, they feed their lizards bugs. And not just regular bugs like crickets or something I could handle. No, they feed them. I don't even want to say the word. The word freaks me out too. I'm just going to put the word on the screen because for some reason I can't say it, because I have a deep fear of this. Which is weird because I used to play with them as a kid. I would always like dig in the dirt and I would look for them, you know, just collect them in my hand and just play with them and then put them back. And then one day when I was younger, We were playing in the dirt and my grandpa pulled out the fattest, thickest looking one I've ever seen. Ever since I saw that, I was like, yeah, nope, because the next day I had a nightmare about it. Me and my sister both had the same nightmare of it coming out of my stomach and then going out into the floor. I'm going in with the blush now, milani. We would always walk, because when I used to go to middle school and elementary school, my grandma lived like a block away from the school. So we would stay at my grandpa and grandma's house and we would walk to school. It was literally a 2-minute walk. On the days where it would rain, they would be all over the sidewalk and I would just be terrified because like I didn't want to step on them, you know, like that's rude. But also like, why are you on the sidewalk? Why do they just get washed up on the sidewalk anyways? Those are reasons why I'm terrified of them. I just don't like the way they look anymore. I am deeply, deeply afraid of them. And my sister has the other ones. They're not just regular with no legs. They have legs. And they have a bunch of them and they're textured. I will not be posting a picture of them because I get it. Like I don't even want to look for the picture. But they had a little container of them. I'm going in with a highlight now. Needless to say, I was in the bathroom and I saw one on the floor and I just about wanted to throw up. And I stood there and just was screaming and crying and having the worst anxiety. I was trying to pick it up with a tissue because I'm not going to touch it with my hands because they bite. Like I thought, I picked it up, put it in the toilet and flushed it. So I was like, all fine. I didn't see it on the floor anymore. And then the next morning I wake up and it's in the bathroom still. So then I killed it. I just like took the shoe and I killed it, which I didn't even want to do either. I don't like killing bugs, but I was not about to pick it up and put it back in the container. So I thought everything was fine. I thought that that was the end of it. I don't even want to talk about it. Then I was feeding the geckos, like not bugs, but I was changing their little, they have fruit dishes. I was changing their fruit dishes and I also had to spray them with water. So I opened up the cages, sprayed them with water, and then I just look over. And I just see 3 of them just chilling on top of the cage or the tank, whatever. I'm like, why are there 3 of them there? And then I look and I see the container is open and they're just all just roaming around, not around the house, just on the container. And I ran to the couch and I sat there and just started crying. I was like almost paralyzed in fear. Thank God Donovan was coming over. When he got there, he picked them all up and he put them back in their containers and shut it. And then he walked around the entire house and he just made sure that it wasn't there. Like they weren't around the house and they weren't. They don't really move that quickly. So they, I guess, just stayed in the one spot. And the one made its way to the bathroom. Unfortunately, I'm never house sitting again. And if I do, y'all gotta make sure that everything is closed, because why did I just have to face my biggest fear, you know? And it's not like I could just go home because I have to watch the cats too, make sure they're being fed and all of that. So it was just really a traumatizing week for me. And then when I came back home, guess what was in my bathroom? I don't even want to say the word either. That word freaks me the hell out. It's gonna go here. It was huge. I killed it. So yeah, it's been a week. I get so much anxiety afterwards, so I can't, you know. So on another note, I'm gonna take this About Face fluid eye paint, the matte fluid eye paint in its odd point, and I'm going to take this just in the inner corner of my eye because I'm gonna go for like a cotton candy look today. My Ipsy bag also gave me these really cute brushes, so I'm gonna take this fluffy one and just blend that in the inner corner. Brushes are really, really good. But these brushes are by Beauty for Real, and I have a blender brush, an angled spoolie brush, a shader brush, a liner brush, and a contour brush. Yeah, they're really good quality. The handles are very nice and like smooth, and I just love when Ipsy sends me brushes. My entire brush collection is majority Ipsy. That's that. I really like that shade in the inner corner. Next, this isn't a new palette. It's the Natasha Denona pastel palette. But with these blue clips, I was also feeling blue eyeshadow. So I'm going to take Airy, which is this beautiful shade, and I'm going to pick that up on this shader brush. I love the pastel palette. It's very pigmented, and the shades, honestly, I never really expected them to work this well on me. but they do. And the shade specifically is just so stunning. I think it's really flattering with my hair color and my skin tone. I'm gonna try to edit this video and upload it all today, so if you're seeing this, then this video is being filmed today. So hey, it's currently 11:16, so if you see it, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to just edit it and upload it today because I'm not gonna have any more time because I'm going to Vegas on Monday. So we're gonna get lots of new Vegas content from me. Now going back into the Wander Beauty palette, I'm gonna pick up this because these are eyeshadow shades down here. It's like day to night. So you have these 2 shades for day and these 2 shades for night. And I'm gonna use the contour brush for this. Just picking up Nude Beach. And I'm just gonna run that through my crease. Nothing crazy, just a little bit along the crease. I like this palette. I wish there was like a lighter shade though. Like almost like a shade to just black out my lid. Like I like to do. You guys know my favorite shade. But this is a really cute versatile palette. I might just bring it with me to Vegas because it is, you know, an all-in-one palette. I don't know, we'll see. So that's the eyes. Should I do anything else? I might pick up some more pink. I'm gonna pick up Tulle, which is a lot more pastel than you would think. I'm just gonna pick that up on the same brush and just run over the inner corner once again, just to bring out the pink a little bit more. Just very lightly, just so there's more of a hint of pink. Okay, so I'm gonna use the liner brush. Let's do this one. This periwinkle blue. I've used this, you can see, like once for like some dots, but I never used this before for like an actual wing. So I'm taking the liner brush now and we're just gonna line. Oh, that actually works really well. I know with this formula from Colourpop, you need to have a specific brush, like with the specific kind of density in order to pick up this product because it's a little bit more thick. I like how this brush is angled too. It makes it kind of easy to do your liner. Oh yeah, that's cute. It's like barely noticeable. Oh, and that curve really helps like get the curve of your eye. That's super cute. Like I said, barely noticeable, but I kind of like that because it's kind of like a little bit of a surprise. Like from afar, it just looks like a blue eye, but when you get close, it's just like a little graphic liner moment. I love playing with makeup, especially now that I have this job that I have. It's been going good. I'm almost at 2 months now. Yeah, every single day I'm getting more and more like experimental with my makeup. I am experimenting more and just stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit because I'm not trying to do boring makeup every single day. You know, just like a neutral everyday moment, which they're still super cute. Those are not even, oh my god. I'm gonna take the brown too, just because I feel like I need some liner. So I'm gonna take that just kind of around my eye and underneath. And so my eyes just aren't super plain. I bring it a little bit winged out, trying to follow the shape of the blue. This is a really good brush for liner. Also with this gel liner from Colourpop, once it dries down, like it's there. It's going to stay there all night. You can go to sleep and you'll wake up and it'll still be there. Okay, let's do these brows. Going in with the NYX Lift and Snatch. Nothing new. My brows will almost always never be new. If I find something that works, then I'm just gonna use it. And I'm not really ever on the hunt for a new brow product. Like the Lift and Snatch, the PYT brow pencil, the NYX micro brow pencil, the Kosas brow products. Like, I have lots of brow products right now and I don't need any more. So now I'm finally gonna take that spoolie side of this last brush and we're gonna brush out these brows. I really like this spoolie. It's because it's brand new specifically. It doesn't have any product or gunk all in it yet, so it's just feeling like it's really gripping my hairs. Going in with the Merit brow gel. Honestly, I don't necessarily know what this does. It doesn't hold them that well, and it also doesn't tint them that well either, but I like the wand and I like the application. It doesn't feel thick or anything. so I just put it through my brows, but I don't really need to. Really quickly, Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector in Quartz is going all over my eyes. I don't care where it goes, it's going everywhere. It just amplifies any look. This new mascara is by Complex Culture. I got this in an Ipsy bag a while ago and I never used it just because the packaging, like the square packaging, made me feel like this was going to be clumpy and it was going to be awful. I don't know why, but the packaging just gave that to me. It's a 5-in-1 lengthening mascara though, and it claims not to smudge or flake. And also the wand is super thick too for like a lengthening mascara, but let's give it a try. I've been putting this off forever because I just thought it was going to be so clumpy and gross and it was going to look so bad on me and it was going to smudge, but it's the weekend. All I'm doing today is probably editing this video, and then I'm going to go to my sister's house and we're going to have some pizza and watch movies. Probably Let It Shine from Disney Channel because I recently stumbled across their soundtrack on Spotify and I forgot how good it was. And I have not seen that movie in years, so we're gonna watch that most likely. So far, this mascara is actually really surprising me. It's going on and it's not clumping up or anything. I would just say that it's coating them nicely, making them look a little bit fluttery and pretty, kind of how I like my lashes. So we will see how this continues to wear throughout the day. That looks really, really cute. Let's do lips, going in with the Refy Sculpt in Rosewood. Every single day at work, I do wear the NYX Shine Loud because I want my lip to stay on all day and I don't have to worry about touching it up, but honestly, that product dries out my lips so much because it just sits and it lasts forever. So it's not necessarily a good product to wear every day. So on the weekend, I try to stray away from the Shine Loud. Even though I am going to my sister's house, we're going to be eating and drinking. My lips are really uneven right now, wow. I'm so excited though to go to Vegas, y'all. Like there's a Fat Tuesday in my hotel. It's just gonna be real fun. Ooh, that lip combo is so pretty. And on top of that, I'm gonna put the new Fenty Icon lip in Sea Sweetheart. This shade is really pretty. It's the same color as like my lip liner, as the NYX Shine Loud and Magic Maker that I love. And the formula is very smooth and it almost like smooths out your lip lines. One thing I don't like about this lip is that it does smudge. It honestly transfers so bad. Like the transfer is awful, which I don't understand how this lip is a long wearing lip, but it transfers. You know what I mean? We're gonna take a setting powder. I saw someone else say if you take a setting powder with this lip, it'll stay longer and not transfer as bad. So I'm gonna pick out this really fluffy brush. I'm also gonna take the kosas powder first and just swipe that over top of any texture, which is mostly like here, which doesn't necessarily help all that much, but it also does kind of make the makeup look a little bit more smooth, and yeah, it just kind of helps a little bit more. So now that that's done, let's oh, see, look at the brush. I'm like barely going over it and it just comes right off. That feels a little bit more dried down though, but it's still gonna come off. But it doesn't come off, if that makes sense. Like it transfers, but it doesn't just come off. I don't get it. So that's it for the makeup. Let's take these little clippings out. My hair looks so good when I first wash it. It's just so voluminous and pretty and curly. I love it and I wish I could stay like this all the time. And I really am a fan of my makeup today. I think it's fun, I think it's playful, all of that. But this is it. The skin is slightly more textured than I would like due to the Kosas Glow IV. I don't really expect this to be an issue all day, but I mean my makeup does look flawless for the most part. So I'm happy. What do you guys think? I hopefully post this video and I don't chicken out and you know, not post it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then give this video a like, comment your favorite makeup hack from TikTok. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and see you guys next time. Bye.